You're not Anthony.
Okay.
Adam! What do you owe?
Hey, Anthony.
Hey.
Weird.
Kanto video recap for week 4! Ah! Ah!
Wait. Why am I in your house?
Why are you in our house?
Ah! I heard you had taco salad.
But we do have taco salad! Ah! 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 Oh my gosh!
Hello, everybody of the DHL, and welcome.
To Kanto's recap video for week 4? Are we week 4?
Yeah, week 4.
Week 4.
It's going by fast, guys.
This is crazy.
Snapping by us.
You want to go ahead and pull up the doc real quick? Because I
Yes.
didn't take a look to see where the standings are for
Yeah, we haven't seen the standings.
Kanto.
We're not prepared.
I'm not prepared, guys. No, Adam's not prepared for once. So there are 3 Pokemon in the Kanto League, or 3 3. I can't take myself seriously. There are 3 coaches, people, with a record of 3-1 in both leagues, and then there's a record of 2-2 with 4 people in both leagues. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's some person with 1-3 and 0-4. What is
It's like
this?
just the same.
It is the same all the way around. I love this. This is awesome. All right, so at number 1 we got Trevor with 3-1 with 9 kills. David at 3-1 with +1. Chris and David are tied with 3-1 at +1. And then we got Blake coming in at 4th with 2-2 with a +1. Austin coming in with 2-2 at 0. Matt coming in 2-2 and -2. Hayden with 2-2, -2. Oh wow, Matt, Austin, nope, hang on. Matt and Hayden are both tied. That's crazy. And then Kirk with 1-3, -4, and then poor Kyle sitting there with 0-4 at -10.
I feel for you, Kyle. I do.
Oh man.
The mass majority of people are positive in their wins, losses, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we're gonna go jump right into the first match. Trevor and Chris. I feel like this was the biggest upset of this league's matches this week.
Most of the matches are pretty even.
Chris just like super played Trevor and around him and what he would do.
He just knew.
Setting up Scizor with agility was crazy awesome. I didn't expect that to happen. Like, if you expect to set up Scizor, you literally just expect him to set up Swords Dance and then just bullet punch away. No, he was like, oh no, I'm gonna set up this agility and I'm gonna knock off everything. Trevor switched in Jinx after he set up the agility, which I didn't understand why he did that.
Yeah, it just died.
It just died straight to
Knocked
done.
off.
He was like, get out here, Nicki Minaj.
Knocked off the battle.
And then he brought in Victini, and Victini took a hell amount of damage from the knockoff, and then retaliated back. English is so hard today.
It is.
Retaliated back with Blue Flare. Obviously kills. You can Ember on a Scizor and it dies.
Yeah.
But I 100% forgot that Tentacruel is like super versatile and gets Dazzling Gleam.
Yeah, with that gem.
Oh my goodness, yeah, just a... And I'm thinking Trevor remembered that it did because he had Hydreigon in.
Yeah, he
and
switched out.
Otherwise, that would have popped him.
Yeah.
But Chris's Absol was amazing. It had a very diverse move pool in it. Absol basically is like a stronger version of
Mightyena,
but without the Moxie.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. But it has its own flaws and everything.
It has Play Rough.
Yeah, Play Rough, which
got rid of Hydreigon.
Hydreigon just was like,
hey, he's playing rough.
Where's my mommy? Hydreigon's like looked at all his stats and he's like, why did he play with us so rough? So that was a good win for Chris, and it ended in a 3-0 in Chris's favor. Way to go, Chris. Good win.
Yeah, that was a good job.
All right, going into Austin and David. Now, this matchup was really weird. They both brought Pokemon that I didn't expect him to bring, on like my opinion wise. David opened up with the Crustle and set up the Shell Smash.
Yeah, right away.
Super awesome because it's one of the Shell Smashing Pokemon that has the ability Sturdy.
Yeah.
So it can eat any hit. Luckily, Austin still had Azumarill and was able to just knock it out with it, which was really nice. But
He needed that.
he ended up knocking off his Choice Band, which I think played a big key later on in the match. But Mega Gallade, I think, has like this clause on it that it has to die to Leaf Storm.
Yeah.
Because this is the second time.
Wasn't that like the last move of the game? He just died to Leaf Storm. Or was there more?
Maybe it was the last move. I'm pretty sure yes, because
was.
Mega Gallade was the last Pokemon. Yeah, and it died to Leaf Storm. Oh my goodness, Austin, you need to be running like the leaf reducing damage berry.
Yeah.
Forget about the Mega, just run the berry. David played very nice though towards the end with his Hitmontop utilizing its Intimidate to drop down Gallade's attack. Although he had another Pokemon in the back, and it was perfect for Slowbro to switch in and out to make sure it was getting its HP back up. Because it had taken a lot of damage previously, and Slowbro is one of the Pokemon that has the ability Regenerator, which regains a bunch of different, more health than normal when it switches it out, which is awesome. Only like certain Pokemon have that, and it's really helpful in this type of format. But Slowbro was able to like wall out so much of Austin's team. I was very impressed with Slowbro this week.
Yeah. Slowbro did really good.
Oh goodness, that was cool. Sorry if you guys are.
We got into a battle. Sorry, we ran.
Well, look at this. We got Blake and Kyle. Did you notice that Blake only brought Gen 1 Pokemon?
Yeah, that was weird. Like, does he do that often?
I don't know, but it was.
He only brought Gen 1 Pokemon to that battle. Like,
lucky him though. He
wow,
ended up pulling out of a win. Yeah. So good for Blake.
Yeah, good for Blake.
Really nice.
Can't believe he did that with only first gen.
You're right, first gen. That's crazy. So Kyle turn 1 opened up Trick Room.
Yeah.
And Mega Beedrill was like, "Yeah, here's some sword dances." and then
Kyle switches.
No, he set up Stealth Rock.
Oh yeah.
So wasting his Trick Room, and he sets up Stealth Rock, and then Mega Beedrill was like, "Hey, knock off,
bye,
done." And then Bronzong was like, "Yeah, I'm out, bruh.
I'm out, man. Can't do it."
And then he brings in Crawdon, and I was like, "Okay."
And then he uses Aqua Jet.
And then Crawdon goes, "Oh, I see you use Sword Stance. I raise you with Sword Stance."
Oh yeah, Sword.
And then it becomes a dancing of swords around the battlefield.
Dancing of swords.
And then Blake went for the X Scissor, not the U-turn,
Yeah.
X-scissor, and breaks a focus sash, and Crowdon's like, oh no! And then the next turn it's like, Aqua Jet, boom,
Yeah.
done. And Kyle sets up Trick Room for Bronzong to die, and then the Aqua Jet.
Yeah.
Like, what?
He didn't use the Trick Room to
He
its
didn't-
fullest
he-
potential.
No, it was really bad.
Mind games, though.
Mind games. It was all. I'm sure Blake was shaking in his boots. Now, Kyle made a major mistake, and at one point in the match, he, the next thing I have to give Kyle the applause is that he brought in Durant after Crawdon got killed by Clefable with flamethrower, and
switched
baiting
into Typhlosion.
baiting the flamethrower. He brought in the Typhlosion, and Typhlosion's like, flash fire.
I love it.
And then Clefable's like, what are you going to do to me? And then Typhlosion's all like, eruption.
It just explodes out of his back.
And then he brings in Snorlax, I think it was what Blake brought in next. Now this Snorlax, hands down, was Blake's like win condition for this match. Now Kyle did what he should have done, and he weakened down Snorlax a lot with Mega Ampharos, and then Snorlax had just probably around 25% health left. Probably not even that. It was, I think he had like 28 HP where he was at.
Like really
And instead of for Kyle finishing off with Thunderbolt or Dragon Pulse, he switches out into Durant and allowed Blake to rest up.
Yeah,
and
he got a free
pop
rest.
his Chesto Berry. So he was Resto Chesto with Curse set up.
Yeah.
And Durant hit Superpower, did about half, which should have happened. Durant's ridiculously powerful. And then it just died to Fire Punch, and then it was able to run shop. He brought in Typhlosion. Typhlosion tried to go for Eruption. Obviously, he should have gone for Focus Blast because Snorlax has the ability Thick Fat, which Blake
weakens the
probably
elemental moves. Yeah.
100% brought.
Yeah.
And then it just died to return, and then it was just there and then.
Should have killed Snorlax when you had the chance.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was really it. Good win for Blake coming through with that Gen 1 power.
It was good.
It's good.
Good for only having Gen 1.
Now, Hayden and Kirk's match. I hung out with Hayden and Kirk the day after their match, and
You got an interview?
Kirk,
You got an interview
yeah,
in with them?
yeah, I got an interview with them, and I was really confused with what you were saying, and Kirk was just like, it was stupid. It was stupid. Right out the gate, Kirk gets critted on by a flash cannon from Koalitzer on his Wigglytuff, and all he was trying to do was set up Stealth Rocks. That's all he was trying to do.
One of the little stealth rocks.
And from there on, Hayden just played like, mwah. Oh my goodness, Hayden, your plays this week were phenomenal. Hayden went for knockoff when he switched out. Kirk switched out one of his Pokemon, and he brought in Gliscor.
Knocked off the Gliscor's Toxic Orb.
Yes, which everyone knows Gliscor's kind of poopy without the Toxic Heal ability being activated, because then it means it can get burned, which versing Stabile is probably 100% going to happen. But Hayden played amazing. Horiyama played a huge key in Hayden's win.
Yeah.
I don't know, at one point Stabile was in against what was it? Gliscor, and Kirk switched into Hawlucha, and I would hope that Kirk was switching into Hawlucha because Hawlucha had a Lum.
Yeah.
And probably could have like acrobatics.
Because the Will-O-Wisp was coming.
Yeah, and was probably gonna acrobatics him. But it just got burned and didn't do much for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
It was a little unfortunate, but hands down, I think Hayden's Horiyama put in the work for him.
Yeah. Just those big hands just knocking everything up.
Right. But at the very end, Kirk brings in his Zoroark, and Zoroark literally picks up three kills.
Up 3
like,
kills
bop,
right
bop,
away.
bop, bop.
He's like, "You're
And
gonna corner me?"
He's like, "I am just gonna pulse you to death." And then it gets great damage off on Darmanitan that last one, and Darmanitan's like, you shall die, and it just flare blitzes it, and then gets a crit.
Yeah,
just to put salt on the wound, he's just like, bye.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So good one, Hayden. Way to go. You needed it. Nothing like losing to Zach. And now for the final match, the cross match. Matt versus Forrest. Good win for the Johto side.
Johto win.
It's us.
Not that it's like any better than a Kanto win, but I mean it's
It's
just
just Johto. Sorry,
yeah.
guys. A couple things that happened in this match. Matt really needed Go-Go to put in a lot of work in this match for him, and Go-Go got early on burned, which just like crippled it. It couldn't do anything after that. And then Forrest was able to just play around it very well. And he was able to predict Matt very well. On top of that, he got critted with Hoopa on Bound's Hyperspace Hole.
Yeah.
Is that what the move's called?
Mm-hmm.
And I've never seen the animation, so if you guys haven't seen the animation, go watch that battle.
Just don't listen to Hoopa or you have
Oh,
nightmares.
dude, don't listen to Hoopa. It's
Don't listen.
creepy. Hoopa Unbound is 100% just creepy.
I need to see the movie.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, so do I. Forrest was like, oh, I'm going to record the movie for us. And then he forgets to record it. And then I see him like a week later. He's like, oh, yeah, I watched the movie. And I was like, Forrest, why didn't you give me?
Why would you leave me behind like this?
So I still haven't watched the movie.
All right, go watch it, guys.
So the match was pretty good. Besides for the fact that like Matt couldn't really do much after the burn, and it kind of sucked for Matt. One of the things that was very noticeable was the Lucario had Dragon Pulse.
Yeah,
D-Pulse swag.
that was swag.
And it hit the Unaware Quagsire, which I'm assuming it was. Just because Unaware would have been the right choice to use against Matt, because Matt loves to set up and whatnot. Or no, it probably was Water Absorb, because Waterfall would have destroyed through Forrest's team, so it probably was Water Absorb, now that I think about it. Quagsire took the Dark Pulse, or the Dragon Pulse, and it was like, it ate like a little bit over half, and then Leftovers put it over.
Yeah.
And then our Dragon Pulse again, and it lived on like 10 health, and I was like, dude, Forrest, these Leftovers, you gotta stop. And then, later on, he had Manaphy, and Manaphy came in after, Entei had Sacred Fired, Druddigan. Druddigan fainted, and Manaphy came in, and Entei's like, ooh, extreme speed. And Manaphy's like, oh, you see my tail? It's glowing. and then Entei's like, oh, it's okay, guys, I got this,
I'll be okay.
Extreme speed, and Manaphy's like, oh, that's cute. Scald.
And Entei's like, oh, what is this? It burned.
Entei's like, oh my goodness, why does this burn? Are you God?
Entei doesn't get burned.
And then Zangoose came in, and for those of you that don't know, Zangoose gets the ability called Toxic Boost, and it doubles the Pokemon's attack power while it's toxic. So Matt protected getting the Toxic Boost, which should have happened 100%, and he went for Quick Attack because Zangoose has base 92 speed, and Manaphy is base 100 all across the board. And I'm pretty sure Quick Attack probably should have 100% KO'd at the range it was at. No, Manaphy was like, ha, leftovers.
Yeah.
Leftover.
He needed that kill.
But good game for us. Good win coming through for us. Way to go. Johto, I think we're 2-2 for wins and losses.
Wow, yeah.
So we're going to go into next week's... oh, hang on. Who do you... the Johto recap video did a segment this week called MVP.
Most valuable Pokemon.
Of that week. And
we have some picked from each match.
We have some picks from each match.
Some valiant efforts put through.
For Trevor and Chris, we have Absol.
Absolutely.
For Austin and Drew, there's Slow Obro.
Austin and David.
Oh, Austin and David. Sorry. Didn't call you Drew. And then Blake and Kyle, obviously, was Snorlax. And then Hayden and Kirk, I gave it to Horiyama instead of Sableye.
It was kind of like a pair,
and
but Sableye couldn't have done it without Horiyama.
Matt and Forrest is Leftovers.
Yeah?
Forrest doesn't get a Pokemon. He just has Leftovers.
Works. That's good.
But overall, I think I'm gonna have to give the MVP of Kanto to Slowbro.
Okay.
I think Slowbro deserves the MVP for
Yeah.
their league matches this week, just because it was able to wall a lot of things and it was able to deal the damage that it needed to and take out big threats.
It
So
did
David
definitely
was able
more
to-
than it was expected.
Yeah. Way to go. Okay, going into next week, week 5's predictions. We have Trevor versus Blake. Oh, snap.
All right.
So that's Mega Metagross versus Mega Beedrill. So Beedrill obviously has the speed and pretty good power, but Metagross has a ton of bulk to it. So I
Yeah.
think Metagross wins just because I think it can tank a hit from Mega Beedrill.
Yeah, like what
And-
kind of moves would Beedrill have?
Beedrill
for
gets
it?
access to Drill Run, which
Oh,
is
it
super
does it.
effective.
Okay.
Which is super effective, but it doesn't get the adaptability boost. But it's still, I think Beedrill's base attack is 145, which
Right,
is still
yeah.
really high, and or it might be higher. I think his speed is 145, and the attack is higher than that.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I think Metagross could probably live that hit.
Probably.
It's
It's a bug versus a giant metal.
yeah, it's a bug
being,
versus a giant metal bug or Mega Steel thing.
It could be a bug.
Don't quote me, guys.
Could be a bug.
It might be a bug when it gets all those 4 arms in front of it. Like,
Yeah.
nope, go back. We gotta talk about the teams.
Oh yeah.
The team matchup. So besides for Blake having obvious Gen 1 problems,
Whoa, like most of his Pokemon are Gen 1.
dude,
Dang.
dang.
That's pretty cool.
Alakazam, Clefable, Ninetales? Dude, I think those are all Gen 1.
I think so, maybe.
Oh.
They might.
I don't know. Being a little kid, I never saw an Alakazam besides for battling that bastard Blue.
Yeah.
Damn you, Blue. Let's see here. The matchup is actually pretty decent for Blake's half because Blake is at a disadvantage having the Gen 1 problem. So, Trevor did pick up Kabutops.
Oh, yeah, I see
Last
that.
week we had a little scrimmage match for it, and I was stupid about my match with him.
Yeah.
And I gave up. I really could have used Kabutops on my team. Oh my
Wow.
goodness. But that's besides the point. But I could see Hitmonlee doing some good work for Blake, but he has Metagross, which is a hard counter, and Sylveon, which is a hard counter. It would have to be who can take out the person's like wall breakers first. Like they both have defensive mons and like Sylveon and Venusaur and Snorlax and Shuckle. It's just going to be a matter of who can kind of work around those and manipulate the weaknesses more.
Yeah. Who's
good luck,
gonna
you guys.
last the longest?
All right, our next match is Austin and Chris. So we got what is Austin's Mega? Mega Gallade, obviously Leaf Storm.
Yeah.
Versus Mega Scizor. Now unfortunately, Mega Scizor does not get Leaf Storm, unfortunately.
So, I mean, maybe.
He might lose that matchup now because he doesn't get Leaf Storm.
Torterra
Oh,
Torterra
Torterra
could
gets
get-
Leaf Storm.
might have to bring it.
Does every person in this league get a Pokemon that has Leaf Storm? Because
Maybe.
obviously there's a trend going on. Oh my god, this is awesome. Let's see here. Mega Gallade versus Mega Scizor. The matchup's pretty hard because Mega Gallade has a little more speed and bulk into it than Scizor. Scizor has great physical bulk, not so much specially, and I feel like Mega Gallade could probably take advantage of that with like a HP Fire or something. But either of them don't have a super effective move, because I don't think Mega Gallade gets Fire Punch. I know it gets Ice Punch, but other than that, its best move to hit Scizor with is either Close Combat or a Psycho Cut.
Yeah.
But Scizor can hit for neutral damage with Bullet Punch and any other steel move that it really wants to run. And then its bug moves are boosted, and it has adaptability too. or not adaptability. It has technician.
Technician, yeah.
Technician. So it might be a little difficult for Megalay to get
All in
through.
all, pretty even mega matchup.
Mega matchup, yeah. Now looking at the rest of the team, let's see. Mammal Swine doesn't want to do too much to him, but if Dragonite can be around after Azamarill's gone, Dragonite does so much.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't. Luckily for Austin, he has priority Ice Shard with Abomasnow, and Azumarill obviously being Fairy type checks.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, sorry, hiccups. Monster's coming up hard. But and Avalugg checks
Yeah.
Dragonite really hard. I don't know why I didn't see that before. My bad. But Tentacool could do a lot of work this week like he did in the previous week. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. These hiccups, they're killing me. They're killing me.
He's done.
I don't want to say too much about this matchup because this matchup kind of matters a lot because I believe they're both 2-2. Oh, Chris is 3-1. Dude,
Wow.
Chris, you're doing so good. Why? I don't understand. Why are all the newbies coming into this? Dude, all you DHL vets, come on, step up your game. You're letting these newbies come up on you. This is crazy.
Yeah, guys.
David. Oh, David has the cross match this week. This is awesome. So for those of you that don't know, David and Keenan are leaving this week to go on a cruise, and they won't be back until the next week. So if you guys happen to battle them next week, kind of cut them a little slack so they can team prep or whatever to battle you, because they're going to be without internet, Wi-Fi, all that for the next week and a half.
Are they gonna be together?
They're going to be together. They're going to.
So they can do their battle and stuff?
They can do the battle, but they won't be able to upload it or tell anyone about it. So they're actually going to do the battle Thursday later on tonight. So make sure you guys watch out for that. I don't know if they're meeting up or whatnot, but I would love to see their match because it's a cross match that matters because they're both 2-2. And also these guys are related. They're cousins.
Yeah.
So we have the Super Hoopa Poopa Scoopas versus the Lake Superiors, which Keenan has my favorite name in this league.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And David, my second favorite name, just because it rolls right off the tongue. Just
Hoopa Poopa Scoopas.
Super Hoopa Poopa Scoopas.
Super Hoopa Poopa Scoopas.
No, the super part in the beginning's not there, but it's still there in my head. So we have Mega Garchomp versus Mega Pinsir. Oh, dude, this is a good matchup. Garchomp has great defenses, but I feel like if Keenan's been playing Pinsir the way he has, picking off a kill real easy to get a Moxie boost, and then just going and flat out just returning on everything, Mega Garchomp is going to have such a hard time dealing with that. Pinsir, for one, outspeeds it every day of the week. It has priority if in case it doesn't knock it out. I'm not sure
it has priority to flying moves, right?
Yeah, no, it gets quick attack.
Oh.
Its ability is called Aerialate, which turns any normal moves
Oh,
into
okay, that's what I was
flying
thinking.
So moves like Return is super powerful for it. And then Quick Attack, obviously. And then it has Bug Stab, which in this format is really good. Mega Pinsir does a lot of work for him against Garchomp. Now, Garchomp can hit it on the special side because it has a crazy base 120 special attack. Obviously, the base 170 attack is nothing to laugh at either. I'm sure if it's a defensive chomp, it can just retaliate back with an outrage and probably kill. But I haven't run the calcs. I might give this matchup to Mega Pinsir. And Mega Pinsir probably has the best Mega design ever.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy.
It's really good.
It's so awesome. And its shiny animation, dude, it's crazy. All right, looking at the matchup. I've said many weeks before, David has my favorite OU picks. Just being pure the definition of bulk power. Pokemon
Slow
that
burn.
take hits and just want to hit back. Conkeldurr is one of those Pokemon that I love Conkeldurr so much. But Keenan, we were talking with Blake, or I was talking to Blake, you were upstairs or something. And Blake pointed out that Keenan only has 3 Pokemon with kills on his team.
Oh, wow.
Mega Pinsir, Rotom Wash, and Chinchino.
That's crazy.
Yes, and Rotom Wash has his kills mostly because of Quick Claw.
Yeah.
These two are the only 2 people in the league that run Quick Claw.
Wow.
And
Quick
I
Claw
guarantee you Quick Claw is going to play a huge factor into this match. And it's just going to be so funny. And I cannot wait to see it.
That's crazy. 3 Pokemon with kills, and he's brought all of them but 1.
Yes, he's brought every Pokemon except Shiftry.
And only 3 Pokemon have kills. That's
Yep.
awesome.
Yep. That's so funny. David has done a good job at bringing all of his Pokemon. So he's been keeping his mix up very well. So it's going to be hard for anyone to really
Predict what
he's going to bring. Because David will bring the odd Pokemon that you won't think of. Like probably this week was probably Crustle for
Yeah.
Austin. But David has been doing very, very well in his league side. And Keenan is doing very, very well.
gonna be a
Keenan
good
has
battle.
a 1-point lead above David. Because they are both 3-1, and David is at +1, and Keenan is at +2. So this match means a lot to both of them,
Yeah.
and their league standings because of that. So good luck to the both of you guys, and I
Yeah.
hope to see the video and see where you guys are meeting up later. So next we have Blake, who is going against Trevor. No, we already talked about that. Yes, Hayden and Kyle.
Hayden and Kyle.
Now, these guys previously just did a trade earlier a couple weeks ago for Crawdon and Hippowdon. And this trade was a little questionable because Kyle has already a huge weakness to Bug, and he picked up another Pokemon that was weak to Bug. So I was a little questionable about that. But he used Crawdon very well last week against Blake. So I'm okay with you now, Kyle.
Yeah.
We're okay.
You got it.
You got it. Okay, so we got Mega Stabili versus Mega Ampharos. That's a hard matchup. I might have to give it to Mega Ampharos just because it can dish out a lot more damage than Mega Stabili can. Although Hayden did use Mega Stabili very, very well last week.
Yeah.
Probably the best best Stabili usage since our UCL DHL has been made. So good luck trying to get around that. That and Hayden has the monster core now of Mega Stabili, Klefki, and Hippowdon.
Yeah.
Like, that is a ridiculous core to get around. Kyle's got his match cut out for him. Hayden has a great matchup against him, and Kyle's going to have to work for this win. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but Kyle has to work for it. Diggersby is a huge threat, obviously in more ways than one. With its massive attack stat, it gets priority moves. It's great. Again, and then Crawdon wants to do some work, but with Klefki around, it's hard because Klefki can Thunderwave things and set up free subs and screens.
Klefki has Prankster, right?
Yep, that's one of the reasons. And the fact that it has 2 of the best typings in the entire game.
Yeah.
Its only 2 weaknesses is fire and ground, and it gets a move to nullify one of those weaknesses, which is crazy. So good luck to you guys in this matchup. Kyle, Godspeed to you. I'm still hoping for that win for you. Hope you get it.
Kyle and I will get our wins.
Yes.
We will. That's funny because we're going to battle each other at some point. We're the last
Oh my goodness,
cross battle.
You guys are a cross match. That's funny. So our next match is Matt and he versus Kirk. Let's see here. Where are you guys at? We have Mega Steelix versus Mega Gyarados.
Gyarados.
I think Mega Gyarados wins this matchup just because Mega Steelix still gets its ground typing when it Mega Evolves.
And it's slower.
And Gyarados gets to just Waterfall on top of it all day.
Yep.
And the top of that, Waterfall just gets Flinch aspect.
Yeah.
Which always plays a factor whenever you're battling a Pokemon like that. But we're going to move past that. Mega matchup, Steelix or Gyarados wins every time. Sorry, Kirk. Sorry. I know you're my fellow Mega Tank Steel type Mega buddy, but there's nothing I can
And
do.
Trevor.
No, Trevor doesn't qualify.
No?
Mega Aggron wins against that fight. We found that out the hard way.
I wasn't there.
So, Kirk can do a lot of mix-ups in his matchup against Matt, with setting up hazards, using Zoroark very well. But again, Kirk's going to be versing Bisharp, which we all know that Bisharp was a big player on Kirk's team last season.
Ooh.
Picking up massive amount of kills for Kirk, keeping him up high in the standings, just picking off people with sucker punches left and right. So Kirk knows how Bisharp works, and I'm sure he's not going to allow Bisharp to do work against him. Kirk's too smart for that. Matt just picked up Quillfish, which might play a factor into this, because of the Intimidate, and Kirk does have a lot of physical attackers. Kirk is also one of those people that has done a very good job at bringing all of his Pokemon, which keeps it very hard to know what he's going to bring. Because, again, he's one of those guys that will bring that odd Pokemon, like Lenian, just to throw you off. And just so you guys know, Lenian came in and killed the week it came in. So Lenian pulls its own weight.
Yeah.
Unlike some Pokemon in this league. Looking at you, Gastrodon. Where's your kills? Where's your kills? I really don't like to say too much about the matchups because I don't want to give one person more
juice
or say anything that someone doesn't know.
Yeah.
Kind of sad to see that Blitzcore doesn't have any kills.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
Kind of just got destroyed last week.
Yeah. It sucks when you have a strategy with a Pokemon and it's a solid strategy, but getting knockoff just throws that entire thing away. Yeah. Whatever. And that's all the matchups.
Nice.
Pretty good. All right. I believe this week's meetup is at Mr. Chris's house.
Sir Chris.
Christophin. So, Chris, when you see the video, or you can remind everybody when you want everyone to meet up. I know several of our pool workers are working until 7 o'clock, so it might be a little later that we come. So keep that in mind if you're still hosting. If not, I'm sure everyone can meet up again. Sorry that everyone had to battle over Wi-Fi or have different means to meet up and battle. There was just too much going on for every person this week. And it's hard to coordinate all 18 of us to meet up and battle. I'm
surprised we've done it so well lately.
Yeah, I really am.
We've been doing good.
It's been pretty nice. So you guys keep being awesome, and we'll see you this week.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Toodles. This song is so creepy. Where's Doomba Unbound? You guys should refilm that and talk more about
Ah! Blake, stop it. Stop running. Just stop. Okay.